Pretty much my whole life I wanted to be a teacher. Until my senior year of high school, I shadowed a counseling psychologist in my hometown, and I was so interested in the mental disorders and how the brain worked and things like that. But then I saw that there can be the one-on-one, you're helping people, talking to people, working through their issues, changing their lives really. That was when I kind of solidified that that's what I wanted to do. I work at Hope of East Central Illinois, and it's a domestic violence shelter. They do outreach. They also obviously provide housing, emergency housing for women and children who are victims of domestic violence. I'm a big feminist, and I've always been about the rights for women, but it's a whole different story when you're seeing it. Before this, I didn't know anyone who had experienced domestic violence, and now after this I'm thinking, maybe I did. Maybe I did the whole time have a friend or a family member who could have been going through that, and people who experience domestic violence are just like anyone else. They may be calling us in the midst of a really scary situation. It's our job to, figure out what their issues are, if they are safe, how to get them safe. If a client is talking about a really awful experience, you can't fall to pieces and cry. You have to be that stable person in that situation. I guess it's always kind of scary when the phone rings and you're like, okay, someone's on the end of this line, but at the end of it, I feel a lot better. I'm a better advocate, I'm a stronger person for it. I work with Angie almost every single day, and I learn so much from her, how much work goes into keeping alive, a not-for-profit organization. I work a lot with kids of domestic violence. We have a little time for homework, and we have a little time for them to just play and have fun. And then we also do kids counseling. We might do things where they talk about their feelings and how they have, positive feelings in relationships. It's tough because you don't want to continue the cycle of violence. You don't want to continue to be an aggressive force. You don't want to yell at them and be angry at them. You have to be a mediator and be very kind and gentle, but also stern. I have to kind of take a step back and talk to them like they're tiny adults. When I came to Eastern, it was so completely different than everywhere else I went. It's obviously very homey. It's a beautiful campus. People are so welcoming. People are genuinely nice and compassionate. And other schools I went to, that's not the case. And I made good friends and great relationships with professors, and I knew it was the place for me from the first time I visited. Almost every faculty member that I've come in contact with has impacted me in a positive way. I've had faculty members I had for one class in the psych department, and they'll come and talk to me even now just to find out what I'm doing, how I'm doing, and they're just genuinely great people. The great thing about the psych program is there's such a wide variety of internships available, so you can pick something that matters to you. At the beginning of the process, you get an internship supervisor. I work with Dr. Jenkins, who's actually the head of the entire internship program. So what's really cool is we meet with all of the other supervisees. I get to hear about what they're doing and their programs, and that's really interesting because they're all into things that are completely different from what I'm doing. Being able to, write in my personal statements about my actual specific one-on-one work with people and special populations like domestic violence victims is going to be huge. I've met some really, really awesome people between the clients and the staff, people just who have amazing stories to tell, who are just really strong and interesting, and they're probably some of the people who care the most about other people that I've ever seen, and that's something I have so much respect for. Those are the kind of people that I've met throughout my time at Hope, and they're the kind of people that I want in my life forever.